Okay, so here's the method to my madness. As you can see, I've got a couple of pieces cut up already. And what I did was I used shelving brackets as a temporary hold. Maybe I should turn this light out a little bit. That's a little bit better. I used shelving brackets so that I could position the piece up there first, and then as a final push to the ceiling, I use these poles that they call third hand, and you can see I can do this by myself that way. First couple of pieces are always the hardest because you procrastinate a lot, and especially if this is the first time you've ever done this. And I always start with the longest piece first, because I know if I screw up a long piece, I can always use that piece elsewhere, as opposed to, starting on a wall where you got your shortest piece. If you screw up that piece, you're going to have to toss it in the garbage. So I've got two pieces cut here, right here, and here. And this is kind of hard, I'm going to warn you. This is a piece that happens to have inside corners on both ends. And inside corners on both ends are very hard. Later you'll see when you've got an inside corner and then it goes to an outside corner, it's a lot easier. Like this wall would be an outside corner to an inside corner. And what you do is you cut the inside corner first, you get the miter perfect up there, and you can slide the piece into that inside corner and mark with a pencil on the other opposite end there where the outside corner should be. But this is what I got, a piece with two inside corners, and I'm ready to nail it up. One other thing I want to mention, this wall is 18 feet something long, close to 19 feet I think. And as you can see, I spliced the piece, and I forgot to take the clamp off, but I spliced the piece into it because the molding only comes 16 foot long, so I had to splice a piece into it. And you can see I used a couple of pocket screws to tie it together. The seam is barely visible. The pocket screws will be covered by the crown molding, so they won't be visible. And this is how you return a miter on a piece of crown molding. I don't know if you can see it or not. You can see it there now. Okay, now the crown molding, if you can see that first groove, from the flat, going from the flat, see if I can get my finger in the picture here, going from the flat to that first groove, the crown molding, lip of the crown molding will be just about near that first groove. So it covers everything back to the wall, so you won't see anything there. So I think I've said all I need to say. I'm just going to start nailing it up. See if I can get the camera set up. So that my body's not in the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see. Okay. And I'm going to shut this down for a minute. I'm going to start a new segment for the nailing. Okay, I got the nail gun straightened out. Just got a couple more nails in here. crack here. This is no big deal because the crown molding, what you'll see by eyes, you'll only see this portion of the baseboard up here on the ceiling. This is covered over with the crown molding, so it's not a big deal. I want to make sure that this thing is up against the wall. And this also. This isn't. I don't want to go too far without checking this inside corner to make sure that I'm still going to go there. Because if not, so talking about this. Wherever it is, this inside corner right here, I need to find my template. Alright, well, rather than you wait on me to find a template, I'll just shut this down for a minute. Okay, got the template. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to get a couple of nails in on this side. And then you get the gist of it. I'll shut it down now. And when I have something relevant to say, I'll turn it back on. But for right now, all I'm going to do is line this template up over here. I can get my finger in the picture over here on this side, make sure it fits, and then I'm going to shoot some nails in and make that more permanent. So I'll be back. So I've been plugging away here. You can see looks like my camera is out of focus here for some reason. Zoom it out. Okay, so I only really have two pieces left. One here and one over there. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to do this yet or not. Probably will. I've got enough baseboard left, so I didn't mention some of the tools I've been using. You don't have to have these, you can use a tape measure. This is an electronic tape measure. And like for an inside corner like this, I don't know why this camera's going out of focus all the time now. Hello. There we go. For an inside corner, inside to inside, this thing is invaluable. You can see 11 foot, 11 inches, and 25, 30 seconds. My criticism of this Bosch electronic tape measure is that it reads in 30 seconds of an inch, and nobody thinks in 30 seconds of an inch. So sometimes you're left you know, to have to do the math in your head. But other than that, it works pretty good. I mean, can you imagine trying to do this with a tape measure? You know, so 11, 11, 3/4 is from inside to inside. Of course, I would be measuring this up in the corner, up on a ladder. This is really annoying. Why this thing keeps going out of focus. So. The other tool I've been using is this Bosch angle finder. And no, I don't work for Bosch. I bought this years ago. You know, you can measure inside and outside corners. Of course, you have to take whatever you measure and divide it by 2, but that's not a big deal. You do need high accuracy if you're going to be cutting a board with that kind of width, 5 or 6 inches, to keep the you know, the gaps at a minimum. You need to be pretty accurate with your cuts. So I see my battery is going dead on me. Maybe that's why this thing's not focusing right, but I'll end this video right now. So 2 more pieces and the primary room will be done. And then I'll probably, there's 4 pieces here. I can see 4, maybe 8, I don't know. Depends on how ambitious I get. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, maybe 10 pieces, you know, short pieces here. So I'm almost done with this. I want to get on to painting, so I'm going to end this video right now.